Fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. This is the rookie from Oklahoma, Samaje Perine. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. They go play action. Cousins escaping the pressure right. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Play fake. Cousins. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Ryan Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matt Ioannidis able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Play fake to Blunt. Now it's Wentz. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz steps away to his left and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And this is something that you know that they're emphasizing, you know they're working on, but it has to improve. Carson Wentz lost 14 fumbles as a rookie, and the NFL is just different. When you're in the pocket, you're always at risk of that ball being jostled out.
And if memory serves, those 14 fumbles tied with Carson Palmer for most in the NFL. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And here's Marshall. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Third and long for Cousins. The swing pass caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year, and 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now Wentz completes it to Aguilar. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Wentz now on first down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. First and 10. Here's Wentz. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And that one makes it 14-7. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. They start on the ground with Pirine. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll run again with Pirine. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. And they pick up another first down with that run.
1st and 10. Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and to the 40-yard line. That's where the return stops. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Wentz going to give this one to Blunt. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Again, here's Blunt. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. To Blunt here, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Blunt. And Blunt loses the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Wentz now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Redskins scoop it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Cousins gives this to Pirine. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway on a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
Now a play fake here on first down. Crowder's got it over the middle. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 28. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Play action for Pirine. Now Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And again, here's Pirine. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Final play of the half, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Reds. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Aguilar in motion left. They run with Ajayi. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the gun, it's Wentz. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Wentz to throw. Aguilar has it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. Complete. Smith has it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Thompson. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. He's going to run. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for the Redskins on third down. And even 40 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They run it here with Thompson. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down following the run. Cousins to Pirine on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The Redskins on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun. Cousins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now?
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now Wentz on the bootleg, going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls in. Complete.
They're coming. They're coming.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. And he motions the wide receiver. Throwing on first is Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Alert 16. Alert 16. 81. Check Munstead. Check Munstead.
And the wideout in motion. On second down, here's Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Working from the gun, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And this will be... touchback as that sails over the end line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Cousins a handoff. This is P-Ryan. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Cousins. This one caught by Crowder. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Wentz now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Wentz going to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Drops it off to Ajayi. A gain of 13 and also a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Wentz. Going underneath to Blunt. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just what?
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Eagles get a score closer. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Here's Pirine. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Redskins on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6. The backup Rob Kelly, his first carry. Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Fresh set of downs here. Now Pirine. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And to give this time to the tailback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Redskins on third down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Cousins to throw. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Sua Cravens in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. But not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Throwing is Wentz, and he dumps it off to Blunt. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Wentz, got to have this one. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.